Hey, Vanna. Hey, Tanya. Agatha. Yay. Hey, Trash Bandy. Color purple. Anunnaki. Hi, Scapegoat. I was actually just thinking the title. This title would be even funnier if you didn't show up tonight. I did Anunnaki. They're not temptations. Oh, hey, Vanna. Hey, Farrell. You were watching the Lockety? Were you enjoying it, Vanna? How far did you get? They're not M&Ms and they're not temptations. They're chocolate-covered raisins. Hi, JJ. What's for dinner? Your soul. Then it would be like a. Well, I mean, like it starts with a poem. Like it starts with a poem, but the rest of it is not poetry. Hey, Zach. Hey, Abracadabra. Love them. Yeah, I mean, I find it so much fun. It wasn't a Mortal Kombat. It wasn't intended as a Mortal Kombat reference, but you can check out the Lackadaisy comic too. They are fairly different in terms of the story beats and everything. So. Which bricks would make a witch boy chub if a bitch boy could chub bricks? I don't know what that means. Hey, Zach. Actually, it's an old shirt. It's even got a couple holes in it. Means nothing and everything. Hey, Beth. Not yet, Beth. Not yet. Bombastic. Thoughts on drivers that don't use their blinkers? I mean, it's shitty. Use your blinkers. That's what they're there for. It is made up, Philomena. Hey, Philomena. It is made up. I made it up. Goat had on my last live. Goat had asked if I could see her, or like in the comments. In the comments to my last live after it went up, Scapegoat asked if I could see her, and I said no. So. Sorry, just So I just got an email regarding. Got a babe trying to come over right now, but I'm scared. What do you do? Hide. Yeah, so I was just I got an email with an update about the last bit of Our Life DLC. Looks like they've released a beta of the DLC, so hopefully the full DLC will probably come out soon. In the meantime, I've got another visual novel that is supposed to drop today. Don't take it personally, I just don't like you. The lo-fi anime dating sim to cry to. A love letter to cassette tapes, old computers, and unrequited romance. R.I.P. Jerry Springer. Yeah. Kind of mixed. I grew up on, I watched Jerry Springer as a kid. What songs make you cry? There actually are a couple songs that do genuinely make me tear up pretty consistently. Dream by Priscilla On. The Loneliest Girl from the Carol and Tuesday soundtrack. Jerry sucked? Kinda. So, no, I don't know. Yeah, I don't. So, the Jerry Springer show was absolutely exploitative. Usually in a really gross way. And especially early Jerry Springer wasn't quite as bad. The longer the show went on, the worse it became. It did become just absolute shit, and just they stopped even trying to hide that it was fake. Is sort of what happened. They stopped even trying to hide that it was staged. It just went over the top, and it was just stupid and shitty. One thing I've seen quite a bit today. I've seen quite a few trans people point out that when they watched that show as kids, the way he sort of presented trans people was often very negative, and a lot of the times those presented them as deceitful. He'd allow, he might not, but guests would, and the audience would. So he wouldn't use the slurs, but he sure wasn't stopping anyone else from using them. Really to that. I mean, this is pre 2000s. This was 90s. I'm talking 90s Jerry Springer. Is what I grew up on. Yeah, I guess into the early 2000s as well. So yeah, it was they were liars, and then audience would stand up, and they get to the audience portion, and they would stand up and sort of accost the trans folk, just insult them, throw slurs at them, just be vile to them. So young trans kids growing up on that, it fucked them up. I am. It absolutely fucked up a generation of trans kids. Represented the time period in general? Sure. But Jerry Springer was absolutely the most common place to find trans people on TV. You know, Jerry Springer featured trans people more than anyone else. What about Dr. Phil? I don't think he showed the. I mean, this might have been like I'm thinking even before before Dr. Phil. Like it was the show to feature trans people. Jerry loved it. He might have liked them. Like he might have personally liked them, but he exposed them to a lot of really disgusting um, speech. Like he exposed them to a lot of really disgusting garbage. What about Maury Povich? I mean, I thought Maury Povich was always more about finding out who's the father. But anyway, so yeah, were people shitty to trans people in general back then? Yeah, absolutely. They're still shitty to trans people. But the point is, Jerry Springer was the one who had them on. Was the one who highlighted trans people. What lady that caused the Emmett Till incident died too? Yeah, a few decades too late. Trans people can be absolutely. Trans people are people, so absolutely they are messy. Nah, I never watched Monty Williams. Yeah, as far as the lady who caused Emmett Till's lynching, the fact that she never suffered any consequences for it is fucking shitty. Montel? Yeah, Montel I never watched. Like it's like she never suffered any consequences for causing a young man's death, for causing a young boy's death. Yeah, she lied. She lied. Emmett Till got murdered, and nobody fucking cared. She lived the entire rest of her life in peace. Because justice doesn't actually fucking exist. Hey, Patty. Elementary school nights where Howard Stern fought about Sally Jesse. I mean, I never watched Howard Stern. I did read it. I did watch his movie. I watched Stern's movie, but I never, you know, didn't have access to whatever channel he was on. And I never listened to the radio, so I didn't hear him on the radio. Thanks, Patty. Wiki Lake. Another one I never watched. I didn't really watch that much daytime. Like I didn't really watch many of those shows. Jerry Springer was about the only one of those types of shows that I watched. Arsenio Hall, no, never watched Arsenio Hall. Did do some stuff that caused you psychic injury. Judging Williams' bodies. Yeah. Yeah, Stern had some definite asshole qualities about. Hey, Secret Sauce. Yes, Neon Genesis is great. One in the UK called Trisha. People's Court. Never watched People's Court, but I watched Night Court. Does that one count? Still, no. EOE is one of my favorite movies. 809 Court. Really? I don't have many memories of it. I was really young. Like I was really young for that show. Younger than I really should have. Like younger than I should have been to watch it. So I really don't have any memories of it. I recall liking it though. I do know that I enjoyed it, even if I don't remember why. Cheaters? No, never watched it. Never watched Cheaters. The Jeremy Kyle. Right on 4 uneducated people ended up being canceled after a guest killed themselves after begging producers not to air an episode he was on. That reminds me. Canada's got this show, Canada's Worst Driver. I know name brand. Apparently there's I've never watched it myself, but my brother did. My brother watched that show. Hey Maggie. I'm not sure which specific bill you mean, PRM. Jenny Jones murder? No. Anyway, yeah. So my brother used to watch Canada's Worst Driver. And he told me once about this. So there was a woman on one season who was great TV, but she was completely fucked in the head. Like she was a danger to herself. Like she was mentally unstable. She was not mentally healthy. She was a danger to herself. She would have made great TV. The producers instead got her checked into for mental health assistance. And if that isn't like the most Canadian reality TV thing ever, like putting someone's mental health above good ratings, no American show would ever do that. There isn't a single reality TV producer in the entirety of the United States who would ever put somebody's well-being over ratings. They would always prioritize ratings. They look for people who are mentally unstable and who are a threat to themselves and others. Like they'll deliberately cast that person just because they know it'll be good ratings. Who's the old lady? Dr. Ruth. I think that was Dr. Ruth Anunnaki. Celebrity rip now. I don't care about celebrity shit. Like I just don't really care about celebrity shit at all. Like it just makes no difference. Like, and reality TV, I don't care about reality TV. It's not real. If I want scripted content, I'll watch something that's actually well scripted. Hey, Sleepy Bird. Do I go live at night? Because I work. I work until 2 a.m. Eastern time. I got off work 45 minutes ago. So this is just when I am able to come on. Dr. Ruth Westheimer. What a woman. Love wine? No. Spicy nuggets? Not something I enjoy. Yeah. No judgment to those that do enjoy it. It's just it's not for me. What I have for dinner? Someone's soul. I forget whose soul I told that I told somebody earlier that I ate their soul for dinner. I forget who it was. clip where Wendy Williams faints? Maybe. But if I watched it, it didn't make enough of an impact on me to stick with me. Those work? Yeah, work. For the record, I am not taking in Sam. I will not be taking in Sam. Cool. Like The Man Show, I did watch The Man Show. It came out like when I was a teenager, so I was basically just the right age to watch it, and it was just after a couple seasons. Yeah, I watched it for a couple seasons, and then I was like, I just grew the fuck up. No, honestly, it's not something I really feel like need to talk about, but I can't. Basically, I can't take in Sam. What job is it? It is a work from home customer service job. I'm not giving out more details than that because the internet is fucking vicious, fucking toxic and stupid. My roommate's allowed. Sam is a big boy. Sam is a big boy. Thanks, Sleepy. Sorry, I am. I wanted to. Like I did. Like I want to take him in, but it's not really an option. So I feel bad. I feel bad having to say no, but it's just. Well. Sam's a troublemaker. He is. Aw, he's a good boy. Sam's a good boy. He's a good boy. He was always a good boy. Yes, he is. Good boy, Sam. Yes, he's. You take a nappy in your bed. I don't really know what's going to happen with Sam. It's. Hi, Lipstick Queen. Yeah. Yeah, I blocked her like 2 weeks ago because of that. Kelsey's. I haven't been to Kelsey's in forever. I haven't eaten at Kelsey's in a while. My favorite restaurant is Philo's, which is a local restaurant here in Cornwall. Is Sam going to die? I mean, eventually. I'm sure he's got a few more years left in him, though. We all die eventually. Who's Keffels? I don't really know much about Keffels. I know they are I know she is a trans activist, and I know that she is also kind of an asshole. So that one person who keeps looking in your windows. You want to live forever? What should you do? I mean, get really good at chess, I guess, for when death shows up. Then you can challenge death to a game of chess. Bally, Anunnaki. Yeah, I forget all the details regarding Keffels, but I know that she is. kind of a douche. It's a fiddle match and it's a double. Well, that's for your soul, Vanna. Like the you fiddle the devil for your soul, not to live forever. Against death, it's chess. Henry Kissinger will be 100 coming up. Which feels like evidence towards the good die young. Yeah, the good die young, which is why Henry Kissinger is fucking immortal. Goddamn war criminal piece of shit. Weird to think I lived before I knew you existed. I mean, technically, I lived before I knew I existed. Right? I mean, like, before I had the capacity for thought. Will I be watching the coronation with my mom? Fuck no. I'm sure my mom will watch the coronation because she's Scottish, so she's obligated to watch it. And it's like, oh, it's a big once in a lifetime. I mean, well, it's a once in a lifetime event, so I'm sure she'll watch it. Although I think she did watch Elizabeth's coronation as well. I think that happened within her lifetime. Maybe, probably. Anyway, Scott's been fighting for a bit. Yeah, there have been a few referendums on it, and it's entirely possible. Like, there's a lot of push to have another referendum for Scottish independence. A lot of Scots want to leave the UK and rejoin the EU. But they are still part of the UK, so it's still there's still a certain. And I mean, remember that my mom is like 70 something. She's in her 70s, so she's British. She's not just Scottish; she is British. Hey, business. So, like I said, she will probably watch the coronation. I will not, because what the fuck do I care? I'm Canadian. What the fuck do I care about some goddamn monarch across the ocean? Especially fucking Charles and Camilla? Think I want to see what? Think I want to watch fucking Camilla be coronated? Fuck that. Camilla can coronate my balls, as far as I'm concerned. Queen is on your money. I know, and I don't like it. She insulted the Maori big time. I didn't hear about that, but I'm not surprised. Cocteau Twins? No, Scapegoat. I've heard of them. I just, it's not my type of music. like, nah, like I said, it's just not my thing. What is one thing you do care about most? Your mom, god damn it! Your mom. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gladden. Dan. I mean, I've never really looked into the Diana death theories. I tend to just. I'm inclined to believe that, you know, asshole paparazzi driver had a couple of drinks and was driving too fast. I don't answer to either of them. Anunnaki. Do a Birdo impression. Um, wow. I think that's what she sounds like. Wow. Yoshi. Yoshi, I can't do. Yoshi is too high pitched for me. Yoshi is. Yoshi is usually a man. Or Yoshi is usually a boy. That said, Yoshi is also a race, so there are like girl Yoshis. But the Yoshi that we usually see, I think, is supposed to be a boy. Yoshi Lasik. Never understood the hype about Dice Fashion. I mean, I didn't really pay attention to her at the time. Like, I was just, I just didn't pay attention to anything regarding Diana. I honestly, I barely knew who she was. It was my brother and my mom who really cared about her. It was only like, when she died that I found out sort of what sort of stuff that she was involved in with the landmines and her other humanitarian efforts. Never heard of bulimia before Princess died. I am not sped, and I have no idea how to even get on estrogen at this point, frankly. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Polly. Thoughts, Wario? I mean, Wario seems fun. Wario seems kind of cool and fun. But I don't know. I hate that that's what I'll probably end up having. Like, I hate that that's what I may end up having to do. Like, I would really much prefer to do it properly through a doctor and everything. But Cornwall, it's just there's nowhere for me to go in Cornwall for it. Like, there's no doctors that I can talk to in Cornwall who deal with this, and because of Doug Ford, there's not really going to be any sort of telemedicine thing that I deal that I can use. by New York State border. Sure, but I don't have a passport. AM. The issue there, AM, is finding a doctor. Hey, Ramadani. Um, no. There's a couple things I need to do before I really like. I do want to save up a little bit more money and I sort of stuff like that. So I'm not really ready to go yet, and I need to check I need to double check sort of what my um, what my health benefits cover through like what my health benefits through my job cover. It's not get to Canada without a passport, so it's doable. I don't like breaking the law though. What's the law? Breaking the law, breaking the law. Estrogen, Kemper. I would be taking estrogen. Hey, Northern Lights. And which law lipstick queen? Turn all you blokes into eunuchs. Throat visibility day in my country. Hey, sweet Caroline. Yeah, I just saw the new law. I just saw that terrible new law that passed. Doesn't narrow it down, unfortunately. Shit, you might have, even if you name the state, that might not narrow it down a whole lot. Insta? I have no interest in Instagram. I don't see the point in me getting an Instagram. I'm not, I don't know. Instagram is for people who like taking photos of themselves. Once I start transition, then maybe at that point I might get Instagram. Just because at that point I would want to take a daily photo. Just as a sort of timeline of transition. They got babes on that Instagram. Why do guys massage so aggressively? Because we have strong hands. Most of us, some of us. Because some of us have strong hands. I don't. Shorts of me learning new dance moves. Pass. Like I said, I think what I'll probably end up take photos of other stuff. Like what? I don't have anything to take photos of. Like I said, what I'll probably do is once I start transition, at that point I will do daily photo just as a timeline of transition. Boys, men that don't feel masculine enough have equal access to testosterone as females. what I would say is that that is something that is going to be discussed with the doctors. Generally, just not feeling masculine enough. I suspect typically probably not going to go on testosterone boosters. Mukbang? I don't know. It's hard at this point. Consider TRT for the gains, but I'm scared of all the negative health effects. So yeah, it's like I think most doctors would prefer like only if it's a medical necessity that they would prescribe testosterone to a man. The same as they're not going to prescribe estrogen to the average girl unless she has a medical need for it. You put so much parm in your spaghetti? Yeah? You say that like it's a bad thing. Hi, Adrian. OnlyFans? Nah, I don't think I would do OnlyFans. Possible for a man who has fine testosterone levels to feel like he is masculine enough. That'd be a mental health problem, not really physical. Exactly. Yeah, it would be sort of an exam. They would talk to a therapist to examine sort of what masculinity means to them, what what they would need to feel more masculine, that sort of thing. As far as I can remember, I've never had my hormone levels tested. Adrian, my response is I don't think I'm a woman yet. Probably be a few months into it would probably be a few months into transition before I would start to consider myself a woman because I have hangups. Hey, AJ Waters. Hi, Danger Otter. Chapstick plus lotion. Probably, yeah. I know. What did they prescribe? Testosterone. Again, it would only be if it's medically appropriate. Sped. Yeah. In general, hormones are really only recommended for medical necessity. Due date? No. Ouch. Indeed, quite good. That does happen. Aren't I scared of estrogen? Not particularly. No. Going to the dentist? Was that somewhat? It's been like 10 years. Over 10 years. 20 years. It's been like 20 years. Yeah, I think it's been like 20 years since I've been to a dentist. Um, you do have to pay in Canada, unless, if you get coverage through your work, then, you can get blah, blah, blah. But yeah, dental is not covered by Canadian healthcare, except for children 12 and under who come from households that earn under a certain amount. I don't have any teeth left. And honestly, my teeth feel fine. Like I don't get pain in my teeth or my gums. I don't get pain in my gums. My gums don't bleed when I'm brushing my teeth. Um, don't get any pain in them. Big teeth. Well, only my front two are big. The rest are real. Truthfully, I think my teeth are probably fine. I know I should go. It's just Call of Cthulhu. I think that is one of the Lovecraft stories that I read. Yes, Trish 50, or at least most of them are. So like I broke them, like I just broke my two front teeth. I fell and just so like just right in half. So they had to be sort of they had to cap them basically. Root canal. Never had a cavity. Yeah, I have no idea if I have any cavities. You made one about air conditioning being weird. I've not read the Necronomicon. Church of Satan? No. I know I didn't have any cavities back when I did used to go as a teen, as a kid and a teen. I never had them when I was young. No idea if I have any now. Yeah, I'd imagine probably like a couple of small, maybe I've got a couple of minor cavities, maybe. But honestly, I think my teeth are pretty much fine. The issue is going to the dentist means making an appointment. That means making a phone call. That means, doing something for myself. Tooth gem? No, I would not get a tooth gem. Have I ever robbed a jewelry store to have a grill made? I have not. Doctors don't really know anything anyway. I would never get a face tattoo. I'm not interested in any tattoos in period, like just in general. Like I'm not interested in getting a tattoo in general, but especially not on my face. You're scared to go to the doctor? I mean, I'm not scared. I just doing things. That's really what it comes down to. I just things. Yeah, okay. Turfs are not welcome here Wednesday, so bye. Bye, turf. I have no interest in having turfs around here, so whatever. What if you feel sick like you're gonna die? Then I'll go to the ER. Yeah, I've gone to the ER when I've had to, or gone to like the walk-in clinic when I've had to. It's just, making an appointment. I don't know who Sarah is, so I couldn't tell you, Vanna. Posey Parker covered in tomato juice made my year. Yep. Yeah, that was very much a. Who was that? Oh shit! Who was that homophobic lady who got a pie in the face back in like the 70s? Fuck you, Adrian. Anita Bryant. Thank you, Scrapegoat. So yeah, Parker Posey getting covered in tomato juice was very much sort of modern day version of Anita Bryant getting a pie in the face. I know my homophobes. It is worth remembering that Anita Bryant ruined her career and her legacy because of her thoughts on pegging. Not something that I do, drunk fupa. Love people with bad attitudes. Depends on the bad attitudes. Anita? Anita Bryant was like this singer, I think. She was this sort of like an America's sweetheart kind of thing. Singer, I believe. And then she was also a spokesperson for Florida Oranges for orange juice. So um, she got into this really big like she got really into campaigning against homosexuality. Like she was deeply, deeply homophobic, and really made a big deal about it. And somebody hit her in the face with a pie. I think assault is justified when it occurs on idiot. What I would say is that comedic assault on people who are trying to strip other people of their humanity, pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I like, when that one neo-Nazi douchebag got punched in the face, that was great. That Spencer, when Richard Spencer, like that time some dude just ran up and punched Richard Spencer in the face. That was hilarious. Like that was an amazing moment that brought people together in joy. My response to that, Izzy, would be the people who want to hurt marginalized communities don't need an excuse for it. They'll do it anyway. Like, and the other thing is, there is a power in imagery, making clear that, we do not accept what you are saying, and we are not afraid of you, and we find you deserving only of scorn. There's power in that. Um, So, yeah, like, hitting them in the face with a pie, throwing a shoe at them, throwing a milkshake at them. You know, like, obviously not advocating for doing them serious harm, but we will continue to resist. Adrian? Whatever. But like showing that like we will resist. Like that's sort of what it is, and there is power in that, and it is something that. No, Jazak. It's a joke. It's a joke for Scapegoat. Running joke for exactly, Jazak. I wouldn't define it as taking the gloves off. Because, like I said, it's not about. It's not about causing active like. It's not about causing serious harm. It is. It's about making the person an object of ridicule. And I mean, I'm also not, obviously, I'm not advocating for it to be constant. It's just moments of it. Occasional moments of embarrassing. Occasional, not like just occasionally embarrassing the bigots. Because that's what we're doing. That's what we're talking about here is bigots. We're talking about bigots. Um, the thing is, Izzy, Anita Bryant died in shame. Like her career was devastated by her support of or by her opposition to gay rights, and her legacy was destroyed. And she failed. Gay rights continued to advance despite her best efforts, despite the horror, despite the violent assault with a fucking pie. Gay rights continued to progress. Not to have fucking lap dances, Adrian, you fucking asshole. Christ. I mean, I wouldn't kill, just in general. Brian Hamilton recently had a drag queen read books to kindergartners. Do you support? Yeah. Hey, Syrup. There would be like you know, one or two instances out of thousands of readings that have taken place over the years. Come on. You want to use a tiny, tiny, tiny number of incidents and use it to justify oppressing everybody else from that community. You want to justify the oppression of an entire community based on the tiniest number of outliers, based on a handful of outlying incidents. That's fucking bullshit. Like, fuck off with that shit. 99% of drag queen story hours are completely and totally fucking fine and clean and child friendly and fun and wholesome events. 99% at least. But you want to take the 1% or the less than 1% and be like, no, we have to punish all the others. We have to punish the other 99 or more percent. Fuck you. No, syrup, I haven't been to any myself. Yeah, it's like, it is a statistically, like, the number of drag queen story hours that have like actual sexual shit going on is statistically insignificant. It is so rare as to essentially be. It is so rare as to be something that essentially doesn't happen. It effectively doesn't happen. I'm supposed to, because it's not confusing. It's fun. You think kids? I grew up on Mr. Dress Up. You think kids like it's fucking dress up? It's fucking play. It's goddamn play. I wasn't confused by Mr. fucking Dress Up as a kid. I understood that it was play. It was fun. Oh, drag in by definition? Yeah. Yeah, you're just a well, yeah, fuck you. Honestly, fuck you, Adrian. Get the fuck out of here. Just get the fuck out of here. My dad had the RuPaul CD. Which one Ethan at the library? Again, it's just something that's for fun. Your children are watching RuPaul behind you, but I mean, let's be honest. Our young kids are probably watching really weird shit that would confuse the hell out of any of us behind parents' backs. There is some weird ass kids shit out there. Just kids are too stupid to know how weird that. Like some of the shit I grew up on would be like, why that? Like, yeah, like most times, like most people, if they went back to watch something they watched when they were 5 years old, be like, what the hell is this? Kids are too. Oh, good night, Farrell. Kids are too stupid to realize when something is confusing. Why am I cooking fake food? I did like the tiny broom though. What I had for dinner? Someone's soul. I forget whose. Never watched Big Comfy Couch. Yeah, just that. I imagine it probably will. Hey, Rara. Souls are carb heavy. Yeah, I imagine it probably will reduce the number of potential partners. Oh well. Do I stress eat? No, but I'm often stressed and often eat. They're just two unrelated things. I've answered. Yeah, yeah. Trans people are valid before they, even if they never transition. Trans people are still valid. Hey, West Coast. Diamond Teeth Samurai by NBA Youngboy. No. Ever had a hard time eating enough? Not really. No. Deep Benjamin's that time of the month. I'm not getting into that fucking debate. Transracial. I'm not getting into that fucking debate. Yes, I did work tonight. Dom lost a job. Yep. How's work going? It's going okay so far. Uh, Don Lemon from CNN. Yes, I still have my job. Are shrooms legal? I don't think so. Maybe decriminalized? They might be. Well, I don't think they're. I don't think they're legal. I think they might be decriminalized. But I could be wrong about that, actually. Are bears protected? Yeah, I mean, shrooms are a fairly common drug. I mean, a lot of people have had shrooms. Regulated where you live? I mean, it's possible that they're the same here. I have no idea. Do you get a taxi? Do you have to call it? I mean, I don't know if the local taxis have an app. I actually don't know if the local taxis have an app. Tried shrooms once and felt so lonely I vomited. Honestly, I suspect suspect the taxis we have probably are calls. Yeah, I think the taxis here you might have to call. I don't think they actually have apps. Shrooms terrifying experience for me. I took too much. For MDMA, that makes me dance for ages. Drugs make me hallucinate. Yeah, I don't really do drugs. I'm not really comfortable with the idea of sort of losing control. You should. I mean, maybe, but I could never do shrooms. I hate mushrooms. They're so gross. Mushrooms are just disgusting. Ugh. In the future, every single person will be on drugs. Not wrong. Will I watch Eurovision? Nah. Nah, I'll never bother with that. I'll never watch it AM. People, stop trying to make me do drugs. Stop trying to get me to do drugs. I'm not going to do drugs, damn it. Freaking peer pressure. Get a dab. God damn it. Like this, Vanna? Like that? That's when I bought a new piece of clothing. It's been a bit. I need to get a few more soon. Oh, that's fair, West Coast. Caffeine more drug than drug. Yeah, I don't do caffeine. Don't drink coffee. I don't really drink soda. Aside from an occasional Sprite. Like once a week. Diet sodas? Nope. Hey, California. Or root beer? Eh. Don't know that I would enjoy root beer. Get the fuck out of here. Apart from the weekends now occasionally, but I take care of my COVID patients. Take care of COVID patients, so I don't want to count them. That makes sense, West Coast. More tequila? No. Dr. Pepper? No. Straight edge? Pretty much. Alternatively, I'm just boring. I'm not straight edge as any sort of lifestyle choice. I'm just really fucking boring. I have been drunk. Drink back milk? No. I don't. Am I just edging? No comment. Drinker, I'd be fine with. Smoker, I don't know that I actually can drink. I don't think I actually. I don't know that I could drink, date a smoker. Cigarettes bother me. Bagged milk in Canada. We do have milk cartons, but we also have milk that comes in a bag. Smoking not that bad. I mean, it's it gets to my eyes. It bothers my eyes. It smells gross. I don't know. I don't think I could do it. Grandma smoke sounds really off-putting. Yeah, thought my only prerequisite was a pulse. And the smoking hurts the pulse. Smoking cigarettes is my entire personality. I have not, Allie. Jewish community? Nah, I don't really know much about Jewish holidays myself. Jewish community Cornwall? Yeah, I mean there are. I think yeah, there are Jewish people who live in Cornwall. I'm not sure how large the Jewish community here is. I'd imagine probably not very. No, Zach. Their synagogue? Probably. I have no idea where. Never really paid attention to that. Are there many Muslims? Yeah, there are. We definitely do have a fair number of sort of Middle Eastern immigrants. So definitely a fair number of Muslims in is diverse. Mostly white. It is. I think it is a mostly white city. Why? I don't really know. I am curious now. Seeing if I can find information on. I don't know. I imagine it depends on the individuals. Looking through a census data. It's fucking long. Seeing if there's a category for religion. There we go. Religion. It's a very small Jewish population, very small Muslim population. So yeah, it is primarily white. Turns out there really aren't many Jewish people here. Like numbers in like a few hundred, if that. Yeah, maybe a couple hundred Jewish people. So, wow. So yeah, Cornwall is 84.5% white. .6% Indigenous, 5.1% South Asian, 1.7% Black. What did I poop last? Yesterday? Did I poop today? Yesterday. Pretty sure yesterday. See traction on the streets? I mean, not really. I mean, occasional bits, but not really. Surprised there are even stats like that available for Cornwall. Trash everywhere. And it's sort of, I mean, it does kind of depend on what neighborhood you're in a little bit. It does kind of depend a little bit on what neighborhood you're in. I think I'm going to end the stream here. I think I'm going to call it a night here. And oh, hi, Claire Bear and Jimmy. Good morning, Ireland. Yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. Call it an evening. And so, good night, everybody. Will I be back? We'll see. Probably. So, yeah, good night, everybody.